Hello all, welcome to Studio Band Pilates. Today it is, can't even believe it, September 22nd. As always, please take care of yourself. If you have any injuries or limitations, I'll provide some options and variations that hopefully work for you. If they don't work for you, bring in your own favorite options or variations. If that doesn't work, take a break, take a stretch, do a different movement, even outside the family of exercises that I'm offering up. The main goal is to take care of yourself, so you're in charge of that. So we are gonna get started standing. Angle this better than I did earlier in the week. I am going to have my roller in sight, but I'm not going to use it yet. Okay, so you're going to keep your feet flat onto the floor, functional parallel position with your feet and your legs. Feet are just residing underneath the pelvis, arms are down by your side, ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles in a relative alignment. Something that feels comfortable to stand upright. Just drop your arms down by your side. On the inhale, just shrug the shoulders up the ears and the shoulder shrug. Exhale, you'll slide them down the back of the body. Inhaling them up, and then exhale, slide them down. Inhaling them up, and exhale, slide them down. One more time, inhaling them up. Exhale, slide them down. Shoulder rolls, drawing the shoulders back, up, rounding forward, and back, up, rounding forward, back, up, rounding forward. One more time, back, up, rounding forward. Now keep the arms long, swing the arms back, up and forward, back, up and forward, back, up and forward. Any size circle for you, back, up and forward. Let's drop the arms, circle the shoulders now, forward, up, back and around. So just keep the arms out of it, moving through those circles of the shoulders. Forward, up, back and around. Forward, up, back and around. And now we're gonna do our arm circle, swing the arms forward, up, back and around. Forward, up, back and around. Again, any size that works for you. Forward, up, back and around. One more time, forward, up, back and around. Just drop your arms down per side. You're going to keep your heels very much connected to the floor and just do a few knee bends. So the knee bends aren't going to feel very big. I don't think they don't feel very big to me. So I'm just going down, up and down, let's say an elevator shaft. So I'm not tucking my pelvis under or arcing my pelvis back. So just trying to stay upright the best I can, finding that range of motion that I can find here. I'm not trying to challenge myself too much. I'm just trying to get my body moving. One more time. And pause. I'm going to face the camera. So you're going to turn your legs out, nothing too wide. And it's going to shift the hips from side to side. Just to get that hip socket a little bit more activated, warmed up, if you will, for some of the things that will be coming down the line right after this. And the way that I'll be doing this here is a smaller way than I will do at the end of class. So just know that if you need to make it a little bit bigger, it's fine. All right, and then I'm gonna have you find your pelvis back to the center. I'm gonna have you pivot to one side. You'll keep this left leg stable. You're gonna lift up your right heel and just pivot, right? And then come back to the center. Lift the left heel up and pivot to the right. So I'm just rotating around that thigh bone that's stable. Left heel lifts, pivot, and back down. Right heel lifts, pivot, and back down. Right heel lifts, pivot. Now pause here. I'm gonna push myself off this foot to the ankle, send it back, and step right back down. Left heel lifts, pivot, press to the ankle, put the foot down, and back down. Heel lifts, pivot, toe to ankle, foot goes back down, pivot back to center. Heel lifts, pivot, toe to ankle, place the foot down and back down center. And release. So we'll be doing something a little bit bigger, it'll be more of a knee bend. But I just want you to get into that. So you might find that the knee bend is too much. If that's like not happening today, just come to this, right? And then I'll add some of those bounces like I do at the end of class. I'm gonna work with the arms. I'm not gonna break it down as much as I did earlier in the week, but let's go ahead and make a fist. You'll bring your fist forward. You're gonna bring your fists inward towards each other, and then I'm gonna pull it to my chest. I'm gonna allow my arms just to drop down and open and bring them down and back. And then punch the fist forward. Again, I'm gonna pull. We'll be doing this later on in class. Drop the arms down and open, come back in, and punch the arms forward. And again, I'm gonna pull in and drop and open, come in and back in and punch forward. Now I wanna add on. I might turn my body here a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch in again. I'm gonna let the arms drop. I'm gonna turn my back to you. I'm gonna press my arms backwards. Knuckles go to the small of the back. Reach your arms long, and then this is where the circle up and around, like we already did, comes back into play. And then once you're forward, knuckles come together. Drop the arms, press the arms back, knuckles to the small of the back, reach the arms back, circle up and around, arms will come forward. I'll just stay front now. Pull in, open, press back, knuckles, reach back, circle up and around, and forward. Last one, fists together. Let them go out. Press the arms back, knuckles small to the back, reach your arms forward, up and around, and shake it out. So we'll be doing that later on, more towards, I don't know, 3/4 of the class in. So let's just come down onto the mat now. All right, and I'm gonna dip this down. Yeah, that looks good. So weird. The light is changing here in Portland. And I'm like, is it darker in this room? Is it lighter? Is it just me? I don't know. Seems to be just a little bit more ambient than I want it to be, but it's all good. All right, so head and tail fully supported here. Yeah, arms down very side. Feet are pointing straight ahead, thigh bump distance apart, heels in line with the sits bones, functional parallel position with the feet and legs. From here, thinking about the center back, the pelvis, center of the tailbone connects to the roller. And then your back bottom to ribs also connect to the roller. So you're just trying to establish a relative neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And then find weight into the feet, big toe, pinky toe, heel connection of each foot. So standing as equally as you can to both feet. And then you just take inventory of where the weight of the hands might fall. Thumb, pinky, center of the palm. One side might feel different than the other. You're not trying to change anything. You're just taking in mental note. Then I do want you to find the weight to the center back of the skull so the chin isn't pointing down towards the chest too much or up towards the ceiling, just establishing this natural curve to the back of the neck. For a moment, can you just relax your throat, forehead, jaw, and shoulders the best you can? Yeah. Deep inhale in here, exhale, float both arms up towards the ceiling. So we've already done a lot of arm work, so we're going to truncate this a little bit. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, drop the ribs, send this right arm back behind you without letting the ribs float up towards the ceiling. Inhale that arm right back up. Exhale, drop the ribs, scoot the belly, left arm reaches back, ribs are dropping down. Inhale right back up. And exhale, right arm reaches back, ribs drop. Inhale back up. And exhale, left arm reaches back, ribs are dropping, shoulder away from the ear. Inhale right back up. We'll pause from here on the exhale. Both arms reach back. Range of motion might need to change here. It's fine. Inhale the arms right back up. Exhale, sending both arms back. Inhale right back up 2 more times. Exhale, sending both arms back. Inhale up. And last one here, exhale, sending both arms back. And then inhale right back up, pause. Let's rotate your palms to face inward and you're gonna bend at the elbows. So the forearms are parallel to the ground, elbows just over the shoulder. Do a little chest stretch here. You're gonna open up the arms to the side. It'll be a quick variation here and then close. Yeah, so elbows go right back to the shoulders. Open, and then close. And then open, and close. Last one here, and just open. And then close, and that's all we get today. All right, so reach the arms up, arms come down, forward and down into the mat. So you can leave both hands on, forearms down if that works for you. If it's comfortable for you, you can bend the elbows and just put the forearms up so the elbows are just connected to the mat. That'll create a little bit of a next challenge. Not everyone has the same length arms or feel comfortable doing that. So if you want to keep your hands down, it's totally fine. Deep inhale in here, exhale, draw the right leg to tabletop. Yeah. Inhale to hold it here, exhale, place the foot back down. Trying to stand strong. Exhale, left leg floats up. Inhale here, then exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, right leg floats up. Inhale here, exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up. Inhale here, exhale, place the foot back down. Deep inhale in here, exhale, draw the right leg to tabletop, leave the leg there. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up to meet the right leg. So both legs are up, squeeze the inner thighs together for a moment. Find that positioning. Keep the shape of the legs constant. Move in front of your right leg. You're gonna reach the right toe down towards the mat, hinging from your thigh. Inhale that leg right back up. Exhale, left toe taps down. Inhale it back up. Exhale, right toe taps. Inhale up. Exhale, left toe taps. Inhale up. Now flex your feet. You can always keep the pointed feet if that works better for you. Right heel taps down instead. If you need to change it, feel free. Bring it right back up. The left heel taps down. Sweep the belly, bring it back up. right heel taps, and up, and then left heel taps, and up. Pause here now, keep the feet flexed, extend both legs up to the ceiling, any amount for you, and then bring the legs back to tabletop. Extend both legs up, and bring it back to tabletop. And extend both legs up, and back to tabletop. You got this one more time, please. Extend both legs up. Can you keep them there for a moment, reaching the heels towards your ceiling? Bring the legs back to tabletop, right foot down, followed by the left. Both arms are up. Go ahead and place both arms down. If you need to shake anything out or readjust anything, time to do it is now. Then go ahead and interlace your fingers, place the palms behind the skull, point the elbow slightly forward. Deep inhale in here, exhale, you'll nod the head, run the spine up, abdominal core, looking towards your belly, thighs, or knees, hoping at the ceiling. Inhale to hold, exhale, coming right back down. Inhale and exhale again, nod the head, run the spine up, abdominal core. Inhale to hold, and then exhale, coming right back down. Inhale and exhale, nod the head, run the spine up, abdominal curl. Inhale to hold, then exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, run the spine up, abdominal curl. Inhale to hold, and exhale, coming right back down. Deep inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, run the spine up, abdominal curl. Pow. Keep the legs stable, exhale, turn the torso towards the right, any amount for you. Come back to center. Turn the torso towards the left, so focusing on that torso, not just moving the arms or the head. Exhale, turn the torso towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale, turn the torso towards the left. There you go. Inhale, center, pause here, exhale, round up 1 more inch, and then round yourself all the way back down. Deep inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, run the spine up, abdominal curl. Pow. Now release both arms over to the right side. You got 8 pulses through. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands go to the center, right over both knees. You got 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both arms drift to the left. You got 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands to the center. Again, another 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself all the way down, arms down onto the mat for your side. Moving to the pelvis and lower spine, you'll just take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, I want you to sink the belly, tilt the pubic bone, and front the spine towards the roller any amount. Inhale in here, exhale, release it back down to neutral. So we're just trying to find a curl. You may or may not touch the roller, it's fine. Inhale in here with your lower back. Exhale, sink the belly, tilt the pubic bone, into the lower back. Imprinting is just a cue that I use. Inhale in here, exhale, release it back down to neutral. Doesn't mean that you have to touch that lower back to the roller. Exhale, sink, imprint, tilt that pubic bone. Inhale in here, exhale, release it back down to neutral. Inhale in here, exhale, again, sink, imprint, pause. Engage your glutes, start to peel the tailbone away from that roller and float yourself up to a bridge, trying to open up those hips. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down, and then finding that neutral positioning again. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly to the pubic bone, float your pelvis up, press down those feet, opening up those hips. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down, and then finding that neutral positioning again. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink, imprint, curl, engage your glutes, start to float yourself up, open up the hips, yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down, and then reestablish yourself back to neutral. Pause here, keeping that neutral positioning the best you can. Float both arms up towards the ceiling, palms face inward today. We're gonna move on to lifting the legs. So you can always lift the heel up or toe, do a couple toe taps if that works better for you. Deep inhale in here, exhale, flip the right leg to tabletop. Remember, heel lifts or toe taps are your tools. Inhale in here, exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, place the foot back down. As this past Wednesday, I had to do a toe tap down because I got really off balance. Right leg floats up. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, place the foot back down. We're going to move on. So you can stick with any of these variations that work for you here. If you're ready to move on, you come along with me. Exhale, right leg floats up. Now keep the right leg there the best you can. Can you open up this left arm any amount? It doesn't have to go all the way up. Bring it right back in. It might just be a 1/4 of an inch. Left arm opens up. Bring it back. Left arm opens up. And bring it back. Pause, place that right foot back down. All right, left leg floats up. Any amount for you. Right arm opens up. It may not be very much. Bring it right back in. It might just be a 1/4 of an inch. Maybe it's just a thought about moving that arm. Reaching the arm out to the side, any amount. Bring it right back up. And opening up that arm. Bring it right back up. Pause, place that foot back down. Rotate your palms to face forward and arms come forward and down to the mat. From here, just rock back and forth and roller. Head goes one way, hips go the other way. So if you rock back and forth here, you can keep it small, right? If you want a little bit bigger, just open up your arms and legs a little bit. If you want it, the biggest surface back of the area to roll on, you just lift one leg and one arm off the mat. That's the way that you're rolling away from and the way that you're looking towards, and you'll get more shoulder blade glute. So again, that's up to you. Wherever you like to go, it's fine. Find yourself back to that center line, and then you're gonna roll off to one side of the roller, using your arms and legs to help you come back onto the mat. Find yourself on the mat for a moment and do a hug of the knees into your chest for your favorite release. Maybe it's a figure four, maybe it's just a full collapse, right? Could be constructive rest, maybe even a little diamond shape of the leg. Butterfly. All right, from here, find your roller again, and then you're gonna take this outside-handed grip of the roller to the outside, so the roller will be perpendicular to the body. Flip the arms up towards the ceiling. In front of the spine, right leg into the chest, followed by the left leg. Both legs are in. Deep inhale in here, exhale, round yourself up, abdominal curl. Ha. Keep the right knee there, so the left leg out long. Inhale in here, gonna switch sides. Inhale, switching sides, exhale, and exhale. In, and X. Really stretch the leg, and X, in, and X, and in. Exhale, exhale, both knees in, roll yourself down. You can look right, look left. All right, hands back to the outside of the roller, flip the arms up. Back imprints, right knee to the chest, followed by the left knee. Both legs are in. Exhale, round up to your abdominal curl. Now extend both legs up towards the ceiling and turn the legs out. Any amount for you, you're gonna drop the legs. Could just be a quarter of an inch and bring it right back up. Doesn't have to be very big at all. Exhale, drop the legs, bring it back up. Exhale, drop the legs, bring it up. Exhale, drop the legs, bring it up. Exhale, drop the legs, and bring it up. Last one. Exhale, drop the legs, bring it up. Pause here. Roll up 2 more inches and come all the way down. Look right, look left. All right. So hands again to the outside of that roller. Flip the arms up. Back imprints. Right knee to the chest, followed by the left knee. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, roll up to your abdominal curl. Right knee stays there. Send the left leg out long to the left armpit. Draw towards the right knee. It's going to spiral the torso. Inhale in here, going to switch sides, armpit towards knee. Inhale and switching sides. Exhale and exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. In, X, and in, X, inhale, exhale, in, and X. Switch sides once, hold here for the inhale, hold for the exhale, hold for the inhale, hold for the exhale, switching sides. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, and then switch. Inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Inhale, hold, exhale, exhale. Hug the knees in, roll yourself down, look right, look left. Take a moment to release. As you release, I'm just gonna face the camera for a particular position that will come at the end of our bridges. So when I face the camera, I'm gonna bring my legs together. My head will be down. I'm just looking at the camera. As close together as possible. And you're gonna use the knees to press against each other. And then you're gonna eventually extend one leg forward and bring it back in. And I'm pressing my knee into the other knee, the leg that's pointing forward. So it's a tighter position of the legs. And when we get to that point, you might find that your bridge isn't as expressive. That's okay. It might feel a little bit different. So if you choose, and you can do this with or without the roller, the whole thing. So if you don't want to use the roller, dish it to the side, just place your feet onto the mat. If you're ready to use the roller underneath the triangle of your legs, then place the arches of the feet onto the roller. Everyone has the option of keeping the arms down by your side. Biggest base of support there. Taking a little bit of that base of support away by bending at the elbows, floating the forearms up, and then it's just the base of support of the upper arms. Taking the arms all the way away, and then you're just balancing the shoulder blades. So wherever you like to go is fine. Take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, gonna sink the belly, curl the tailbone, float yourself up to your bridge. So your pathway for your bridge is up to you. Could be a rolling up, articulated spine, or maybe it's a flat back up, same thing on the way down. Exhale, coming down. You can do a combination of all of that, right? Find a pathway that works for you. Find neutral first. Here we go. Exhale, scoop, curl, float yourself up. Find the centered line of the body so you're not drifting from side to side. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. finding that neutral position. So the legs are slightly separated here. We haven't closed our legs yet. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, flip yourself up. Thank God, right? We want to find that full bridge the best we can. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. Don't worry, I'll give you a warning when we close legs. Inhale in here, exhale again, scoop the belly, curl the tail, and flip yourself up to your full bridge again. This one you're going to hold for a moment. And you can come down 1 or 2 inches from your pelvis. You're going to pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Now, right leg floats to tabletop. Place the foot back down. Left leg floats up, tabletop. Place the foot back down. Right leg floats up and back down. Left leg floats up, back down. Pause there, float the hips up a little bit higher. Come all the way down. And then you can lengthen out the legs for a moment, thank God. Bring it back. Still keep the legs slightly open, functional parallel. Exhale, scoop the belly, curl the tailbone. Float yourself up, find your bridge. Half. Right leg's gonna float to tabletop, extend the right leg up. Now the right leg's gonna drop down, the height is staying left leg as you flex your foot and point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up. One more time. Flex the foot down, point the foot up, pause, bring the leg back to tabletop, foot goes back down. Float the hips up higher, exhale, left leg to tabletop, extend the left leg up. Left leg drops down the high standing right leg as you flex your foot and then point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up one more time. Flex the foot down, point the foot up, pause, bring the leg back to tabletop, foot goes back down. Float those hips up higher and then come all the way down. Extra bonus round to lengthen out your legs. I'm gonna pull the legs back in. All right, so now we are gonna close the legs. Those knees touching, ankles touching if possible. So a narrow stance of legs. If you want, keep your arms down by your side if you floated your arms up in any manner. Exhale, you're gonna scoop the belly, curl the tail, and float yourself up to your bridge. Pressing into both knees, send the right leg out and bring it right back in. Left leg presses out, bring it back in. Right leg out and in. Left leg out and in. One more time each side. Right leg and in. Left leg and in. Pause, float the hips up higher and then come all the way down and then lengthen out the legs. You can find a rocking and rolling, internal, external rotation. Maybe you're rocking on the calves out or the backs of thighs. So some of us might have felt like that bridge may not have felt as expressive or perhaps large as when we're in functional parallel. Usually when we close the legs, the pelvis doesn't have the same articulation abilities. So, and you can't press up in the same way because the pelvis kind of, I don't want to say locked, but just hindered by the stance of the leg. So the more that you open up your legs, the more likely you have a little bit more pelvic and spinal mobility. So just know, if you're like, oh my God, I don't feel like I'm coming up as high, you might have been correct, right? I know I don't feel like I go up as high. Some people don't feel a change. All right, so if you have the roller, which you don't need to do in this one unless you want, place the roller at the bottom of the ankles, back of the ankles. We're gonna do one roll up, right? And you might find you need a different option for a roll up. Hands behind the thighs, hands on top of the shins, and just roll yourself up. If you're ready with me, you're gonna flex both feet, reach both arms up. Reach the arms back behind you, ribs are dropping down. And then bring the arms forward, nod the head around the spine, and then run yourself all the way up, hollow over. If you wanna take a little stretch here, you can. So I'm just gonna adjust my angle so we can see this a little bit. So I'm gonna do a diagonal angle. So your legs will remain on the roller if this works for you. It doesn't work for everyone. And even here, you can bend the knees and that might actually feel okay. Otherwise, place your legs on the floor with bent knees if you need to. Maybe roll up a mat and sit on top of the mat. So we're just gonna try to keep the legs as long as possible. You're gonna reach the arms forward. You're gonna go back to this choreography that we worked on. So you're gonna bring your knuckles together, bring your fist towards your chest, stay about an inch away. So we'll stay up right here. Open up the arms to the side, keep the torso upright, press the arms back, knuckles to the small of the back, reach the arms back, up and around. All right, so maybe you'll stick with that, just an upright posture. Otherwise, join me, pull the fist in, hold here. Now roll back, halfway, pause. Without moving where your abdominal connection is here, open up the arms to the side. Now, as you press the arms back, dive the torso forward. Keep the torso forward as you bring the knuckles to the small of the back. Reach the arms on, keep that torso folded forward. Reach the arms up and around like oars coming out of the water. Once your arms are forward, then lift the chest and spine up. Knuckles come in to the chest about an inch away. Curl back, pause, open up the arms to the side. Pow, press the arms back, dive forward with the torso. Knuckles to the small of the back, reach the arms back, behind you, circle the arms up and around. Arms are forward, then stack up nice and tall. We got this one more time. Pull the fist in. Hollow yourself back. Pow. Let the arms drop out. Press the arms back as the torso dives forward. Knuckles to the small of the back. Reaching arms back, circle the arms up and around. And once the arms are forward, and stack up. So what I didn't mention is that as you roll back, the roller will move. Yeah, so if that was happening, you were fine. All right, so we're running out of time here. So we're gonna go ahead and let's place the roller away. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have you come to a triangle position with your forearms. And you're gonna be on your belly. Yeah, and so the elbows will be approximately underneath the shoulder blades, or armpits, excuse me, nothing too tight. So they need to be slightly outside the shoulder blades, nothing too wide. Just trying to keep this extended spine. Bring the legs to parallel and as close together as works for your body. I get my legs fairly close, but my ankles don't touch here. From here, all you're gonna do is allow the shoulders to go up to the ears, then slide them down the back. Yeah, shoulders up to the ears, and slide them down the back. You're gonna do that for me one more time. Shoulders up to the ears and slide them down the back. Now, any amount for you, you'll take your right foot, you're gonna kick it towards the butt and bring it back down. Keep the torso stable. Left leg kicks in towards the butt and back down. We'll do that again. Right and left, keep the glutes toned. Now you're gonna do 2 pulses with the right. So you're gonna pulse, pulse, and place the foot back down, still with that gentle pointed foot. Left, left, back down. Again, right, 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 back down. Left, left, back down. And maybe that's just where you stay. Otherwise, then you're gonna do that same pulse. You're gonna kick in with a pointed foot, flex the foot, little pulse in, point the foot as the leg goes back down long. So it's the same pulsing pattern. Left leg points, flex the foot for a pulse, point it back down. So we'll just pick up the pace a little bit. Point, flex, foot goes back down. Left leg, point, flex, point the foot back down. Right leg, point, flex, point the foot back down. Left leg, point, flex, point it back down. We pick it up a little bit. Point and flex and point back down. Kick and flex and point back down. Kick and flex and point back down. Last one, kick and flex and point back down. Allow the elbows to open up. Flatten out your hands onto the mat. Place the forehead and cross hands like a pillow. Rock the pelvis back and forth for a moment. Separate the legs a little bit and turn the legs out. Float the lower legs off the mat and just take tiny swimming legs from the glutes and the thighs and swim. And swim. And swim, and swim, and swim, and swim, and swim. And swim. And swim. Relax the legs back down, rock your pelvis back and forth here again. And then you are gonna go ahead and press yourself into a child's pose, toes together, knees apart. If that works for you, maybe you're gonna come to a cat pose or another rest position. All is fine. Yeah, whichever position works for you. All right, and then you are gonna work yourself rolling through the spine up to sitting. Then you're gonna work yourself up to standing. I'm just checking my camera angle here. It's a little funky. All right. So we're gonna do our 5 squats. Where 5 squats are with your wide stance, wide turned out stance. Not your widest stance, your wide-ish. I usually say wide-ish, ISH. All right, and then there will be a slight hip hinge. Just remember, you're gonna push your knees over the second, third toes as you squat down. Arms reach forward, and I encourage you to keep your gaze forward. We got 5. We're gonna slide down, knees press out, and stand right back up. Scoop the belly, and slide down. And up, that's 2. Here's 3. And up, and here's 4. And up. We go for 5, we hold 5, we pulse 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Okay, so I'm gonna face the camera. So we're gonna go back to this pivot, but we're gonna take the pivot from a squat. That squat can be any amount for you. So don't feel like you have to go as deep as we just did, right? You might even experiment. And maybe you're like, Blaine, the squat and the pivot is not gonna work for me. Just work on the same pivot that we worked on, all right? So we're gonna alternate sides. I'm gonna pivot to the left first. I was just like, am I pivoting to the left? All right, so you can slide down from here, pivot. So you're in this 90-90-esque, right? You'll come back to squat and stand up. We squat down, pivot, So that heel has to come up. You pivot right back down and then stand right back up. Don't worry, I'll add on to this in a moment. You're gonna squat, you'll pivot back to center, and then stand right back up. And squat, pivot, come back to me and stand right back up. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of a balance. I'm gonna have you bring your choice, toe to the ankle or to the knee. I'll probably just cue to the knee. And when I bring the toe to the knee, I'm gonna be in this position. I'm gonna push myself up. And then when I come back, I'm not gonna keep my legs long. I'm gonna bend back to that 90 or bent knee lunge. All right, we're gonna squat down. I'm gonna go pivot to the left, press myself up, toe, bring it back down, bent knee, come back to center, stand up. You'll squat, you'll pivot, press up, come back down, pivot, and stand right back up. Here you go, you're gonna squat, pivot, toe wherever you like it to go, lunge, pivot, and back. We got one more, squat, pivot, stand up toe, come back to that bent knee, squat, and then stand up, shake it out. Very good. All right, so we're gonna go to our plank. We're gonna do straight arm plank. You can certainly do this in a forearm plank. Might be a little bit different because your pelvis need to move a little bit more than if your arms are straight. So you'll see when we get to that point. All right, from here, standing at the end of your mat, functional parallel position with the feet and the legs, reach the arms up. Dive yourself forward. You might get your hands on the floor by bending your knees or keeping your legs long. Maybe you need to bend your knees quite a bit, that's fine. Walk your hands out. Find your plank. So this will be somewhat slow. So depends on how you feel about it. You're gonna pull the right knee in the chest and send it back. Left knee to the chest and send it back. Right knee towards right elbow and back. Left knee towards left elbow and back. Pause. We're gonna reverse it. So we're gonna go to the left, but left knee towards left elbow and back. Right knee towards right elbow and back. Left knee to the chest and back. Right knee in the chest and back. And that's it. We're gonna hold here. Let's take 5 rocks back and forth in toes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and only hold here for an additional 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently place those knees down. So you can either go into a cat pose here. Maybe you're gonna find yourself into a child's pose. Maybe you need to find a different release position. Please feel free to find what works for you. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands over to the right. So stretching out the left side of the waist and the ribs, breathe to that side. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands back to the center. Inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands over to the left, opening the right side of the waist, right side of the ribs, breathe to that side. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands back to the center line, and then widen the stance of the hands and arms here. So press your hands on the floor. If you're in child's pose, your booty is going to reach towards your heels. If you're in cat pose, lower and upper spine will reach towards the ceiling. If you're in seated pose, you're going to rock behind your sit bones, whether it be your hands are on the floor or on your thighs, whatever works for you. Everyone, take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, start to walk your hands back and roll yourself all the way up to an upright seated position, wherever that is for you. You might even come onto your knees. That's totally fine with me. Maybe you'll come into a chair. Drop the arms down to your side. Keep your eyes open and closed, up to you. Inhale to the sides and back to the ribs. As you exhale, draw the navel up and in. Elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. And again, inhaling to the sides and the back. Exhale, draw the navel up and in, elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling, nice and tall. Next, inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. On the exhale, allow the shoulders to drift gently away from the ears as you scoop your belly up and in, elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. Nice, tall, upright posture. Coming onto your knees if you're not already there, and curl the toes under. All right. Whatever leg you like, you're gonna bring that leg forward. I'm gonna bring my left leg because I did my right leg, I believe, on Wednesday. So you can use a wall, you can use a roller, a chair, another prop. Hands to the thighs is a good option, or maybe drop your arms down to your side. It's a choice up to you. Wherever you're at, whatever you're using, press weight into that front foot. Then you're gonna stand up, bring the other foot next to it, nice and tall, without locking to the joints of the knees or toning your glutes too much. On the inhale, just shrug the shoulders up the ears, shoulder shrug. Exhale, allow the shoulders just to drift gently away as you scoop your belly gently up and in. Elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head through the ceiling. Nice, tall, comfortable posture without too much tension in the body. All right, very good, you guys. Good job. Excellent. And I'm going to stop the recording, hopefully without cutting anything off.